All right. Hi, everyone. So it's been a little while since I made an update for this current week in September. I wanted to make it actually on Tuesday night, but that's in Australia. However, I got sidetracked and yeah, it's ended up to be Thursday here. So the last trade day was Wednesday in the markets in London. So I've purchased, I think you'll see my last video, sold Auto Trader, got out of it. It was frustrating me. I picked not the best entry. You never know these things. And unfortunately, that entry had dragged on for several weeks. I counted that, I'll flick over to Auto Trader now, that in 3 days out of 20, it actually went lower than my short entry price of 630. So I didn't have financial pain. I wasn't pressured to sell this share, close it out, I should say, this CFD, but it was just annoying. And that frustration, I just went, I don't think this is going to do what I thought it would with the island reversal. Well, 2 days later, that's exactly what's happening now. So this is where I sold last week on the Thursday. You can see the massive drop. It's broken out of this range. I thought this may still idle, or at least go in a small range and trade off for another month, up and down between 644 and 630 odd. There was a clue though here. The price never got beyond really this resistance. There were some little tails in the candles, which means that trading went in that range, but not very quickly. Well, this is a day chart, so it could have. However, when the price finishes back at the end of the day at a certain point, it means generally the range is confirmed at that price. So that was the first clue. Prices rising here, flat here. It was still hard to know. So Carnival, I'm sort of in two minds at the moment. I wanted a quick trade within a week or week and a half. Carnival's not going to do that for me. So this is where I got in last Thursday. It's actually Thursday. It'll be next trading day will be Thursday today, a week from now, or 5 trading days. It's continually gone under the moving average. The market is strange with Carnival. I'll see if I can actually just pull it over a little bit further. So it's actually gone underneath the moving average, but it's generally held this support base, which is around 1485, give or take. It broke yesterday. However, the US share, I think I said it before, of Carnival and the UK are pretty much correlated. They're the same company. I mean, their headquarters are based in the US. So Carnival had a down day in the UK, but they had an up day in the US. So I'm thinking that it's going to bounce off today and it's going to go up. I see the Carnival as a potential long-term play. And if I can have enough patience, I think I could actually work out to profit from this quite well. A few reasons why. Firstly, Carnival's still way off its peak in previous years. It reached a peak of 5,000 in 2017, which is huge. It's also traded between 2,500 to 3,000 for at least as far as this chart goes. Or I can get another chart as well. I believe that it will go to 3,000. But however, in the COVID pandemic right now, I don't believe that's possible. I believe that this will definitely clip, though, the 2,000 range here. So what then is the play? Do I hold on to it? Or do I just try to get a 10% swing and then go on to something else? I'm considering again going long term. And when I mean long term, I mean going for 8 or 9 months. I'll still do videos in the channel. It's just that I won't be trading really many other shares in CFDs. So I possibly think it will reach this level. This was like a test here when it was thinking that Carnival would be putting on cruises and they'd be ready to go. A big confirmation that will happen is the vaccine passport. Now, the vaccine passport is something that a lot of countries are rolling out right now. That is, if you've had your vaccine, you got your doses, you can travel. You can go overseas. You can go on a cruise. And this is exactly what is going to happen. So I believe that Carnival will benefit from this. And if they do, then the 2,000 barrier and beyond will be fine. So what does that mean for me? What are the costs involved? Can I actually profit from this if I hold this long term? So there's several factors that have to play in at the moment. Okay, so these are the options that and I mean not options like share options. I'm talking about my own options of the investment. What do I want to do? So some things I have to consider. Maybe I should have called that considerations. So the considerations, there's a 25 to 35% upside if I hold it long term from now. If I grab the calculator, all right, and say, I'm just going to do less 1,500. So potential sale price is 2,000. 500. If I divide that by an original purchase price, I'm just rounding it up. I had 1480 as my price. That's already a 33% return. If it went to 1800, that's 300 divided by is 20%, right? So anywhere from 300 to 500 will work within that range of between a 25 to 35% return. This is at June next year. The reason that we would have to hold it this long is when the summer season begins in the Northern Hemisphere in particular. So that's going to be a huge thing, right? So this is going to be a 9 or 10th month hold. This is assuming that markets still have a trajectory of going upwards. There's no major news, no major COVID variants that happen again, and the world can be more settled. If that is all correct, then I see this as definitely going upwards to those levels. The other factor is the interest costs. Interest rates are pretty low at the moment. At current, they're about $1.60 per day on the investment amount that I'm having, which is on 20,000. So if I invest 20,000 in Carnival already, I've already done this. $1.60 a day. How many days is it from my investment date, which was around the 9th of September, to June 2022? When I actually did the calculation, fortunately the internet's awesome. I put in my purchase date, which is the 9th of September, and I did an end date of the 1st of June. By this time, the price hopefully will be in that range between 1,800 to 2,000. Could be higher than this. No idea. If this occurs, then I'm in the money. But I have 266 days of interest cost. If I do the math here, 266 multiplied by current interest rates of $1.60 a day, it's $425. It's about 2% of my investment amount I have to take away from the gross profit. I've also got the transactional cost here. So it's about 2.25% of the investment amount is just removed completely. However, if I'm looking at 30 to 35% return in that time frame, this is definitely possible. If interest rates considerably went up within the next 9 months, then you would have to reevaluate this strategy. Fortunately, interest rates are considerably cheap at the moment. In fact, for Carnival, I'll just show you what the cost is. So let's go to product overview. At the moment, they're around 2.5%, right? Give or take. So if this went up to double that, you'd be looking at double the cost. Transactions the same though. So you'd be looking at 800 to 900, which is 4%. You still would do it. However, the chance of Carnival going another 30% again, not sure. It's just been beaten down so hard. So this is a strategy I'm considering. I'm going to give it another week. And if it is, I'm just going to hold it long term. Probably be eating my words because I will most likely get impatient and sell it for a shorter gain. You can see here, same deal as before. We've had another bounce and it's been pretty predictable. Middle of the month. Here is September. Here is August. Here is July. This is going to bounce back up again and move ever slowly higher. Probably we're looking at 45.50 to 4600. So you can see here the FTSE still is a little bit odd in my opinion. It possibly will go and retrace down here to this level, or it will continue to go upwards. So that's for the FTSE. Wait and see. And then we've got lastly the S&P 200 ASX. And it's similar to the US, although it sort of has this range that happens for like a month and a half. So this could happen here at the moment until October, November. There are dividends to be paid as well coming up in October for the ASX with a lot of companies. So wait and see. Trajectory still looks good though. All right, thanks very much for watching again. Like, subscribe, leave your comments. Tell me what you're doing. What are you investing in? What do you think's going to rock the markets? And we'll see you another time. Thanks, guys.